Confucius, as teacher and philosopher, welcome back to the series on Confucius. Previously, we learned about Confucius's life and his core teachings. Now let's see how he taught and shaped future generations. How did Confucius put his teachings into practice? What was his approach to education? Let's find out in today's lesson. Education for all. Cultivating virtue. Confucius valued education for all. In ancient China, there were two kinds of schools, private and public. Only children from wealthy families could afford private tutors. The government ran public schools, but they were mainly for the children of officials. Even though he wasn't rich, Confucius opened his home to teach anyone interested in learning. Over 3,000 students attended his classes. 72 of them became his most prominent disciples. Some came from noble families. Others were peasants or former merchants. Didn't matter to Confucius. He taught all of them. He believed that everyone could learn and improve themselves. He wanted to help them become better people and leaders. Confucius didn't lecture for hours. His lessons were more like discussions. Asked questions and challenged his students to think. He didn't just tell them the answers. He wanted them to find the answers themselves. This way of teaching was new in China. It was different from what other teachers did. Most teachers just told their students to memorize lots of facts and recite them back. Confucius thought this wasn't real learning. True learning, he said, is about understanding and using what you know. He wanted his students to learn how to learn, taught them to think for themselves and question everything, encouraged them to discuss ideas and challenge each other. This helped his students learn better and also made them more creative and open-minded. Confucius believed in lifelong learning, he said. The person who says it is impossible to teach an old man new tricks is merely saying that he himself has an inability to teach. He never stopped learning until he died. He inspired his students to keep learning too. Confucius was a great teacher because he cared about all his students. He didn't care about their social class, gender, or age. He believed everyone could learn and be good. He was also very patient. He knew that learning takes time. He didn't get angry when his students made mistakes. Instead, he helped them correct their mistakes and try again. He wanted all his students to succeed. Now let's check what you have learned. Fill in the blanks with the correct words from the word bank. You may use the words more than once. Alright, now let's move on to the next part of the lesson. Virtue over power. Confucian governance. Although Confucius held minor government positions, he believed that real power comes from being a good person, not from being in charge. He believed that leaders should rule with virtue, not with force. Leaders who are virtuous inspire others to follow them. They create harmony and stability. Confucius believed in a society where everyone does their duty. He believed that if everyone did their duty, there would be no war or injustice. Everyone would be happy, and the world would be at peace. Now let's check what you have learned. Arrange the following sentences in the correct order to form a logical paragraph. Okay, now let's move on to the next part of the lesson. Throughout history, many famous people have followed Confucius's ideas about leadership. They believe that being in power doesn't make you stronger. True strength comes from being a good person. They believe that being a good leader means doing the right thing, even if it's hard. They don't use force or power to control others. Instead, they try to understand and work with others. Try to make everyone happy and the world a better place. Now, let's check what you have learned. Label each statement as true or false according to the text. Alright, now let's move on to the next part of the lesson. Writings, the Analects. Confucius didn't write any books himself. However, his disciples wrote down his teachings and collected his sayings in a book called the Analects. The Analects is a collection of Confucius' teachings and his students' records of his words and actions. It's divided into 20 books. Each book has several short chapters. The Analects contain Confucius's ideas about ethics, leadership, and social conduct. Many people read the Analects to learn how to live a good life and be a good citizen. Now let's check what you have learned. Choose the correct answer for each question. That's the end of our lesson today. How do you feel about Confucius's teachings? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe so you do not miss any videos in this series. Click here to watch part 1. Introduction to Confucius. Click here to watch part 3. Confucius's legacy and modern relevance. See you in the next lesson.